Have you ever experienced a moment when hope seemed utterly lost, only to be met with a sudden, inexplicable burst of healing light that transformed every despairing moment into an affirmation of life? Picture yourself in the midst of life's darkest hour, when every breath feels heavy with sorrow, and just when it seems that all is lost, a gentle yet overwhelming radiance fills your heart with renewed strength and possibility. This is the kind of transformative encounter that has inspired countless souls throughout history, and it forms the very essence of the healing miracles performed by Prophet Isa, Jesus. Imagine, for instance, an ancient marketplace in biblical times, where the air is thick with the aroma of spices and the lively chatter of merchants fills every corner. Yet beneath the vibrant surface, whispers of a divine intervention circulate like a sacred secret. Here, among weathered stone stalls and bustling crowds, people burdened with chronic illness and emotional despair pause in collective awe as news spreads that a healer walks among them. In this setting, where every face tells a story of struggle and every heart longs for deliverance, an encounter with miraculous healing becomes a catalyst that transforms not only individual lives, but also the very fabric of the community. Today, we journey deep into the miraculous world of Prophet Isa, Jesus, whose healing miracles have not only restored physical health, but have also sparked spiritual renewal among entire communities. These acts of divine intervention transcend time and culture, inviting us to witness a force so powerful that it redefines the boundaries of human possibility. Through these miracles, believers have discovered that healing is not merely the alleviation of physical pain, but a comprehensive renewal that touches the soul, rekindles hope, and reawakens the divine spark within every individual. Drawing on the rich narratives found in both the Quran and the Bible, and further authenticated by numerous hadith from collections such as Sahih Muslim and Sahih al-Bukhari. This exploration will peel back the layers of these divine acts to reveal the deeper lessons of compassion, renewal, and divine mercy that continue to inspire believers around the world. By comparing these sacred texts and historical testimonies, we gain a multidimensional understanding of how these miracles were not random acts of wonder, but deliberate signs meant to guide humanity toward a higher purpose and deeper connection with the Creator. Prophet Isa, AS, is celebrated in Islamic tradition as a messenger uniquely endowed with the ability to perform miraculous acts, not by his own power, but solely by the permission and will of Allah. His life and mission are portrayed as a vivid tapestry woven with threads of divine wisdom and compassion. In this tradition, Isa's miracles are seen as a clear manifestation of divine approval, where every act of healing becomes a testament to Allah's infinite mercy and a call for humankind to recognize that even the most insurmountable human afflictions can be overcome by divine grace. The Quran in Surah Al-Imran 349 eloquently describes how Isa was given the ability to heal the blind and the leper, to fashion a living bird out of clay, and even to raise the dead. Each miracle is presented with a clarity that leaves no doubt. These were not mere coincidences or the result of human ingenuity, but deliberate, awe-inspiring acts carried out by divine command. This verse underscores the point that every healing act and every restoration of life was a sign, a clear demonstration that no human ailment or suffering is beyond the reach of divine intervention, and that the very power of life itself is held in the hands of the Almighty. In the biblical tradition, the Gospel of John 9:1-7 provides a detailed account of a man born blind whose eyes were miraculously opened. This powerful narrative goes beyond the simple restoration of sight. It symbolizes the unveiling of spiritual truth, the dispelling of darkness, and the invitation to see the world anew with clarity and understanding. The act of healing blindness in both traditions is steeped in profound symbolism. It represents the transformation of ignorance into enlightenment, of despair into hope, and of isolation into communal belonging. Another profound miracle associated with Prophet Isa, A.S., is his ability to heal those afflicted with leprosy, a disease that, in ancient times, brought not only debilitating physical suffering, but also severe social ostracism. In a society where lepers were shunned and left to languish on the margins, the healing of such individuals was nothing short of revolutionary. It was an act that defied social conventions and broke down barriers of stigma and exclusion. The New Testament offers us a moving portrayal in Matthew 8:2-4, where a desperate leper, isolated by his affliction and burdened by the weight of societal rejection, approaches Jesus with humble faith. In a tender, compassionate response, Jesus touches the man, an act that not only cures his physical ailment, but also symbolically restores his dignity and reintegrates him into society. This powerful moment of healing resonates deeply in both traditions, as a reminder that divine compassion reaches out to every corner of human existence, regardless of social status or physical condition. The Quran, too, alludes to these acts as signs meant to awaken the hearts of the people to the boundless mercy of Allah. It reminds believers that every healing, every miraculous restoration of health is a direct manifestation of divine love, a sign that encourages individuals to turn to Allah with humility and gratitude. Authentic hadith literature, as recorded in Sahih Muslim, further attests that the companions of Prophet Isa witnessed these miraculous healings firsthand. Their hearts, filled with wonder and awe, swelled with renewed faith as they beheld the tangible evidence of divine benevolence at work, a faith that would be passed down through generations and continue to inspire believers to this day. Perhaps the most astonishing of all miracles is the power to raise the dead, a feat that challenges the very finality of death and underscores the limitless potential of divine power. In Surah Al-Ma'idah 5:110 of the Quran, we read that Prophet Isa, by Allah's leave, restored life to those who had passed away. This miraculous act defies natural laws and offers a glimpse into the eternal realm, where death is but a transitional phase rather than an absolute end. It is a symbol of hope, a promise that even the most terminal loss can be transformed into a new beginning. The Bible resonates with this same message in the account of Lazarus's resurrection in John 11:43-44, where Jesus, standing before the tomb of his dear friend, calls forth life with a commanding yet compassionate declaration. This event is celebrated in Christian theology as a powerful reminder of the eternal nature of life and the transformative promise of a spiritual rebirth that awaits all who trust in divine love. This miraculous event, whether recounted in Islamic scripture or the revered pages of the New Testament, offers believers a glimpse of the ultimate victory over death, a victory that is achieved not through human strength, but through the boundless mercy of the Almighty. It challenges the conventional understanding of life and death, inviting us to contemplate the mystery of resurrection and the assurance that divine power can restore that which seems irrevocably lost. Each of these healing miracles, whether it is the restoration of sight, the curing of leprosy, or the raising of the dead, carries layers of meaning that extend far beyond their immediate physical implications. They are not merely historical events recorded in ancient texts, but living symbols of the inner transformation that becomes possible when one opens oneself fully to divine grace. The healing of blindness, for example, is not solely about regaining physical vision. It is a profound invitation to perceive the world with fresh eyes, to recognize the radiant light of truth that dissolves the shadows of ignorance and despair. Similarly, the healing of leprosy transcends the physical act of curing an ailment. It signifies the restoration of human dignity, the mending of fractured social bonds, and the reclamation of a life once marred by isolation and rejection. In each case, the miracles of Prophet Isa reveal that true healing encompasses both the body and the soul, calling for a holistic renewal that restores balance, hope, and a deep, enduring connection with the Creator. They remind us that the journey to wellness is not confined to the physical realm, but extends into the spiritual, where the light of divine mercy has the power to transform every aspect of our existence. The profound impact of these miracles on ancient societies cannot be overstated. In a time when illness and disability often led to isolation and despair, the miraculous interventions of Prophet Isa not only alleviated physical suffering, but also reawakened the collective spirit of communities. When a blind man was given the gift of sight, or a leper was restored to health, the transformation was not limited to an individual. It rippled through the community, breaking down the walls of stigma and social exclusion, and fostering a sense of unity and hope that transcended societal boundaries. These acts of healing had the power to transform entire neighborhoods and regions, reinforcing the belief that divine mercy was accessible to all, regardless of one's physical condition or social status. The social and cultural ramifications were immense. Miracles like these redefined what was possible, inspiring not only personal transformations, but also influencing art, literature, and even the legal and ethical norms of the time, as entire communities began to see the unmistakable hand of the divine in every act of healing and restoration. Moreover, the allegorical significance of these miracles invites us to contemplate the deeper spiritual healing that occurs when one is open to divine love. Just as a blind person is given the gift of sight, so too can an individual emerge from the darkness of sin and despair into the radiant light of spiritual enlightenment. The physical acts of healing serve as powerful metaphors for the inner renewal that transforms hearts and minds, mending the wounds of guilt, sorrow, and isolation. This duality, where physical healing is intertwined with spiritual rejuvenation, is a recurring theme in both the Quran and the Bible, urging us to embrace a holistic approach to wellness that nurtures both body and soul. In the Quran, the miracles performed by Prophet Isa serve as signs, ayat, that guide humanity toward a deeper state of awareness, repentance, and divine love. Similarly, the biblical narrative portrays these acts of healing as pivotal moments that restore not only the individual's health but also their relationship with God and with one another. These sacred narratives encourage us to reflect on our own lives and to consider how divine intervention, in its myriad subtle forms, continues to offer us new beginnings, even in our darkest moments. The authenticity and transformative impact of these miracles are further validated by numerous hadith, which provide additional insights into the character and mission of Prophet Isa a.s. For instance, authentic narrations from Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim describe instances where the companions of Prophet Isa witnessed miraculous healings that profoundly altered their understanding of divine power and mercy. One such narration recounts how a severely ill companion, on the brink of despair, was miraculously cured following Prophet Isa's compassionate intervention. A moment so powerful that it not only restored his health, but also ignited an enduring commitment to faith and service. These hadith serve as powerful testimonies, reminding us that the legacy of these miracles is not confined to ancient texts, but continues to resonate vibrantly in the hearts and minds of believers today. The enduring legacy of these healing miracles extends far beyond the historical and theological realms. It has left an indelible mark on the cultural and artistic expressions of civilizations across the ages. From the majestic frescoes adorning the walls of early Christian cathedrals to the evocative verses of classical Islamic poetry, the imagery of a compassionate healer restoring sight, curing afflictions, and reviving the dead has inspired countless works of art. These creative expressions capture not only the visual splendor of these miraculous events, but also the deep emotional and spiritual resonance they hold. A resonance that continues to inspire awe and devotion in every generation that encounters their beauty. Today, as we stand in a world still marred by physical and emotional challenges, the healing miracles of Prophet Isa offer us a beacon of hope. They remind us that no matter how deep our wounds may be, whether they manifest as physical ailments, broken relationships, or inner turmoil, the promise of healing and renewal remains ever present. Divine mercy, as evidenced by these timeless miracles, is not a relic of a distant past, but a living, dynamic force that continues to work in our lives in both overt and subtle ways. Every act of healing, every moment when hope is rekindled, stands as a testament to the transformative power of faith and the boundless love of the Creator. In the final analysis, the healing miracles performed by Prophet Isa, AS, stand as eternal testaments to the infinite compassion and power of the Almighty. They teach us that true healing is a comprehensive process, one that not only restores the body, but also renews the spirit and mends the social fabric of our communities. Whether you draw inspiration from the sacred verses of the Quran or the cherished narratives of the Bible, the message remains unequivocal. Divine intervention is real, and its transformative power is available to all who seek it with an open heart and a humble spirit. As you reflect on these miraculous events, may you be inspired to embrace your own journey of healing and renewal, trusting that no matter how deep your afflictions, the light of divine mercy is ever ready to dispel the darkness and guide you toward a future filled with hope, compassion, and everlasting grace. Let these timeless stories be a constant reminder that in every trial lies the potential for transformation, and that the boundless love of the Creator is always near, ready to restore, redeem, and renew every aspect of our lives.